already in front of your base, so it's not as good. It's most likely will just cross your game right out.
Masan, I love you, man, but you totally just cock-blocked our intro. But that's all good, because we're in this game nonetheless. Folks, this is Rifkin, and I have, joining me, Quantic Gaming's own Masan, teammate here of Hyun. So we're going to get some expert Zerg analysis up in this B for the last games of the day. This is, of course, the ZOTAC Finals. We're in Game 3 in this best of 5, and folks, spawning here in the top right corner of the map, taking the color red for almost the first time today, I think. And it's our Terran player, CMStormPolt.
And spawning on the bottom left, QuanticHyun!
I love the fact that you had Korean broadcaster on that. That was awesome. But okay, Masan, Neoplanet S, you know, the one thing I was commenting on earlier, and I even actually mentioned your name for this, was one of the players I've seen do the most damage to Polt's bio in the past was you, with your Baneling mines all over the map, just completely catching him off guard every single time. I would love to see Hyun try and incorporate that into his strategy.
Yeah, I'd love to see it too, but he doesn't like burrow as much, and he doesn't get the burrow as soon as possible. And to do the damage against the bio push, you kind of have to get the banelings on the Terran side of the map early enough, but I don't think the Hyun likes that, so...
Well, Hyun...
Instead, he really likes getting other upgrades.
Well, he likes getting other upgrades. He also likes making so many banelings. There's so few players I know that make as many banelings as Hyun does. I think we went through the analytics of a game from Wings of Liberty. He had made almost 250 banelings over the course of a game. Like, I've never seen anyone else do that many. It's so ridiculous.
On game 1 or game 2?
Oh no, not today. I mean, like back in Wings of Liberty. Like, it's just a number that stuck with me because he had made so many. It's like, what Zerg player does that?
Course of the game, or the just one time, like 250 banelings?
Over the course of the game, you'd have to do so many spine crawler cancels and kill all your drones just to make 250 supply of banelings. That'd be ridiculous. But guys, okay, getting back into this, dialing it back, Neoplanet S, we got a Reaper opening coming out of Pult. Masan, how do you feel Hyun's gonna handle this game?
Hyun's been trying like a swarm style, what I call it. What the Liquid Snoot tried the most. Just open gas less and go for a 4-base Roachling banding push. But this map, I think the Pult, at least from what I've seen, Pult always makes the tanks. So I don't think it will work as well. So we'll have to see if he likes to open meter on this map or stick with the Roaches.
I gotta say, the Roaches work really well for a lot of Zerg players, and I don't even mean just Hyun, but I mean, it's a great way to shut down any sort of early push. But I think last game especially, like, well, not last game, but the first game, he dedicated to them way too much. And versus a player like Pult, if you get stuck on that layer tech, like Hyun is kind of known for, it can really bite you in the ass.
Yep.
Alright, Ling's gonna come around here, try and catch this Reaper. Of course, every time, everyone will tell you, you want to trade Lings over drones. There's almost, I can't even think of a situation where you're like, yeah, I'd rather save my Zerglings than sacrifice a drone.
You know, it almost bothers me that Hyun always makes 6 Lings instead of 4. Does that ever bother you?
I've noticed he does
most players make just 4.
First blood.
Yeah, I've never seen it as like something detrimental, but I've noticed he is someone who does 6 every single time. A little curious about that. Pult's also someone who, you know, he'll go versus Terran and open 4 Reapers every single time, even though it's not effective. So each player with their little niches, I guess. But poking up here, this one Reaper will get away. Queen's at about half health. Without a 3rd Reaper, it's kind of hard to engage on Queens. You can kill Queens quite effectively with 3 Reapers, but 2 is kind of not quite enough.
Yeah. 2 always puts the Queen at low, like half HP, and usually takes the extra 4 Hellions to finish them off. But it does give you like a quick enough transition to other techs in case you want it. If you have to think about how much gas you mine Terran early game, you only stick with 1 gas, so paying 50 gas for a Reaper delays every other tech you want it to.
Yeah. By
30 seconds almost, and that's during that 30 seconds you can just drone up until like literally 70, 80 without being harassed. So.
Well, the Hellions are filtering across the field now. Of course, Hyun's got vision of this. And it's weird, I keep looking at red as Hyun, because it's how Hyun, like, every game I ever cast of Hyun, he's always red. It's very rare that we have the color swap like this.
Right.
But the forward Queen's gonna poke. The Reaper's, of course, doing their job, soaking the hits for the Hellions, because, of course, they heal and the Hellions don't. So, again, he's not killing the Queens just yet, but he's softening them up. That killing blow will come later.
I don't think the Pult knows that the Hyun has 3rd base.
You could be right. Let's check the vision. No, he didn't actually see this. But you know, he's getting that early Viking like he always does. When he hunts the Overlords, I'm sure he'll path over the third at some point. Just got to see that.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, this is still 3 queens is a bit of a bully force here. These Hellions and the Reapers, they want to pick one off, but they just can't. There's not enough down here quite yet. And I'm a bit curious. There, okay, the first one's going down, but Pult's, you know, last game he went for that really crazy push. It didn't really work for him. I don't really see him mimicking it here again. And no, especially not that we have the Widowmine production, because the armory's been delayed by quite a bit. But Biomine, something that he really likes. I mean, you could say a lot of players are particular to like one thing, but what do we get going?
I'd rather call it Mine Bio instead of Biomine because he makes so many mines it keeps in his games.
Well, actually, there's a player, I didn't really know this about him recently, HTO Mario. He plays a mech Karen on North America. I don't know if you played him or not. He makes like 30 Widow Mines and pushes with drilling claws. Like, it's ridiculous seeing some people do that, but oh man, this one queen is gonna go down. Oh, the transfuse coming just in time out of Hyun, and 5 queens will chase this off.
Still no roaches. I'm a little bit surprised on that. Although he had the roach warren done for a while, he's just running out and sticking with the queens.
I think a big part of that was getting that 3rd queen for the creep dedication. Creep, what am I? It's allowed him to kind of delay the roaches for as long as he has. Ling's speed has also been severely delayed at this point. And oh, the hole in the wall! He's got to plug that hole in the wall with a queen. No, he just barely doesn't get it. Pult's gonna slip in here into the main. And there's only 1 queen to hold this. These Reapers and these Hellions are going to go to town on the drones. The drones are being pulled from Hyun. But 5 queens now getting in here. We'll start cleaning this up. And oh no, Donathan. The admin is lagging out, ladies and gentlemen. No! Donathan, what are you doing? I will take this moment actually while we're lagging out. Donathan and the ZOTAC admins, guys. I've worked with Go for StarCraft. Oh, you know what? I'll hold that for a second for a thought. I was just going to say, the admins here are awesome. Long story short, Widowmine does sneak into the main, though, behind all of this. Goes off on the lings that popped. What timing was that? That's ridiculous.
Killed 8 lings. Wow.
And that was like literally as they were hatching. If that had been any earlier, it would have targeted the queen or the eggs or something that wasn't effective. Oh my god. And he's going to pick this up and get out. What the hell? It's like hero Widowmine going off. Alright, well, excitement aside, guys, Pult is delaying his tech once again. The upgrades are not going to be coming out. He just finished the engineering base. But this is something that he's done every game, and it hasn't, I gotta feel, like the upgrades I don't feel have killed him to this point. The slower upgrades are not the best thing to have versus Zerg. I mean, we have Hyun now on 1-1 versus 0-0, Naked Marines, Naked Marauders, but I mean, Pult's now getting the upgrades, and as long as he eventually gets that 3-3 and just trades with Widow Mines, effectively, he'll be okay. Oh man, Donathan, I'm gonna, I got no disrespect for him. I'm gonna tell him to maybe leave. Tim, you lagging bad, man.
Despite the fact that Hyun has a 1-1 upgrade advantage, the Pult has a huge economic advantage, I want to say. The Hyun just got up to 6-5 drones, but that's because he just droned up with 15 of it. So he was actually behind it in the work account. So we'll have to see if what will cause Hyun to stop this push and actually stay even.
Well, the Banelings are without speed, so it's very difficult to engage onto this Bioforce, but he's going to be able to connect to the Marauders. But of course, Marauders don't exactly care too much about Banelings. And he's good. Yeah, Medevac. Pult is the king of getting away when he shouldn't. I mean, look at that. 6 health remaining. His entire bio pretty much lived. He's in a really lucky spot this game. I'm not even going to attribute this to skill. I love Pult, and he's got skill. There's no question about it. But he is one lucky son of a gun here on Neoplanet S.
So Hyun choosing to go for virtually invading again, and Pult is not making tanks this time, just sticking with a lot of Widow Mines.
That could
what
really
do you think
hurt
about
him.
This?
I mean, like, yeah, not having the tank. Well, to get the tanks out, you sacrifice a lot. So I understand why he's not doing it. But when he sees there's this many roaches that are going to constantly be on the field, he really needs to add a couple, not a lot, but even just 2 or 3 tanks to his siege line, or not his siege line, but his assault lines. But oh, this one roach is skittering away for dear life. We'll run on top of a Widow Mine.
Up, and Widow Mine will kill it.
Yeah, rest in peace,
I think
man.
one was trying to go around through the, behind the third area, but the Pult already walled that off. Yeah, so the pathing just killed those roaches. Well, 6 roaches for free, and despite the fact that he's on roach tech, he's behind in supply, which means a lot.
Yeah, because roaches, they eat supply, they gobble it up. You're supposed to get maxed out quickly with roaches. I mean, Stefano taught us that in Wings of Liberty. But you're right, Hyun, well, you know what, he's got the 4th base. I mean, it's not like he sacrificed anything to get up, but that could be where a bunch of his supply was driven for some time being. But Lang's going to engage on top of the army. Bailey's connecting to those Widow Mines before they can go off, but Polt's still got a lot behind this army. It's almost like acne on the map. Like, there's just nowhere that you want to go near these Widow Mines. They're dangerous.
Can really need to spend a lot of money.
Oh,
he doesn't have a lot to begin with.
Stim Marines just coming to the bottom of the map, very naked. There's not a lot here to oppose them. They've got the 1-1 upgrades. Hyun's not quite got 2-2 yet, so there aren't even upgrades. Picks up most of them and just boosts on out, but now he knows a good half of the army's in the southern part of the map. Will he push northward?
I think he will.
Yeah, there we go, starting to push. I mean, he's only picking up the creep tumors right now, and that's fine, because it strips the map vision and that control away from Hyun, but oh man, the roaches are going to push hard here, and Hyun, despite retreating on top of the Widow Mines, there's not enough of them here. They are going to soak the Baneling hits, though, which are really nice. Ooh, a nice hit with that last Widow Mine, but here are the reinforcements out of Polt, and oh, the roach is still pushing forward, pulling right into the army here. Polt's not, he's actually going to hold this, albeit just barely. The roaches are getting kind of pushed back. Not a lot of Widow Mines left.
If you look at the upgrades, Hyun's upgrade is about 5 seconds from being done.
Yeah.
So it was kind of anti-timing for him to push, but I think the Polt kind of forced Hyun to push since Hyun has a 0 economy. Well, no, when I say 0, I meant to say...
Well, for 4 bases, 65 drones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
That's not good at all. He has to do some damage with very soon with this
well, I find
Banelings going up.
43, Jesus. Like I said earlier, guys, Hyun likes his Banelings, but the one thing I find curious is he's investing so much in roaches, but he's been going for the melee upgrades. Lings, of course, aren't really good to flood against Widow Mines, but he's not really incorporating many, if any, Lings. But okay, Baneling's going to start clashing around here. Has got to be careful, the Widow Mine's going off. That's some friendly fire, or not friendly fire, but rather splash damage taking the Widow Mine out with that Baneling. And meanwhile, the attack in the south again coming back once more. Going to focus down the Spore Crawlers so the medevac can get in here. Couple Zerglings flooding in, doing what they can. If he can snipe the Queen, that'll be a nice pickoff. But yeah, that's going to be another Banelings clash into every single Marine. And it's going to send Polt back. But Polt's behind this. I mean, oh no, hold the phone. Lots of Banelings going off on a Marauder. Really ineffective. But Hyun's going to push with this. Bio mines are...
watch out for those mines.
Yeah, it's...
That actually hurts watching. So you lost almost every single Banelings, I believe, except for 3. I don't know where they are.
Yeah, look at the resources lost. It's almost double for Hyun at this point. And Polt is comfortably working all of this off of 3 bases. So this isn't... Polt can trade. Hyun really can't, is the problem.
And Polt is taking gold-based. I don't think Hyun can stop it. We'll see how this trade goes.
Well, he's actually pushing the army here in the north back. Polt's got a lot of medevacs, so like every unit pretty much has its own medevac at this point, despite the fact that most of them are out of energy. But again, that push here in the southern part of the map now has a Marauder added into it. Spinecrawler does almost nothing. Queen does go down, and Polt's going to drive the army back. And this is kind of methodical. Like he draws Hyun southward so he can push through the north. Yeah, here we go again. It's like clockwork at this point.
Those medevacs are never going to die because he has no anti-air beside the spores back home.
Yeah, this is, again, that sort of stubborn thing coming out again where he doesn't really like using Mutalisks, and it's kind of hurting him here. He can't shut down the medevacs at all. This one's going to get away with 10 health because, again, nothing to shoot it.
I feel like he should be going for some sort of other tech, like Infestors maybe.
Get to the Hive even, Ultralisks, you're right, anything.
Yeah.
Because again, that's another, like, Hyun's got 2 points. 1, he likes his layer tech, and 2, he does not like Mutalisks, and oh, despite the Baneling hits here, nothing is really good with what he's currently doing. Now, he did force the lift off the gold base, but to what avail? The Zergling's actually going to get past the Widow Mine minefield that's basically been down in the field this whole game, but not enough get up here to connect. It does sort of push this back a little bit, but Polt, again, with his reinforcements streaming across the top of the field, has no problem pushing Hyun back to his 3rd base again and again.
Has a 0 Banelings here. It's going to be very difficult for him.
Oh, Drilling Clop. They burrow immediately. Lots of pops do go off, but Polt's still holding strong. But Hyun, he's not exactly giving up just yet. This base might go down, though.
I think it will.
This is looking very grim for Hyun at this point. I mean, he's just struggling to keep up with the units. Polt finally pulling out those upgrades. I mean, right now it's close. As soon as Polt has those 3-3 on the field, that's it. Hyun's not going to be able to keep up anymore.
Nope.
Oh, and transferring the orbital to, or not the orbital, but the command center to the north, but there's so much creep up here, man. It's gonna take forever to receive, but that's okay. One of mine's are pretty cool units. They're doing a great job. Third base for Hyun does fall. He's still got this lower right base now acting as his new third, originally his fourth, but I don't know. The supply is just too big of a deficit, I feel, at this point.
The Marauders are, I'm not sure if you noticed it, but these Marauders have been living for, I think, almost for 10 minutes. One of the Marauders has 12 kills, one of them has 7.
Yeah, one of them.
There are Marauders with a lot of medical.
Let's not forget, one of those Marauders also stoked like 9 Banelings and he's gonna live once again!
12 kills, 13.
Marauders are pretty cool units, Masan, I gotta say.
Yeah, dude.
Trying to keep the 2 hero ones selected for the time being, but Polt looks like he's gonna start delivering that death blow. The drone transfer awkwardly going past the army. Hyun with no units left. GG is called. Oh man, and that's gonna take us to game 4, guys.